Do you look at these games as dress rehearsals, or are there experiments you want to see on the court, see how they go?
I think both. It's an awkward schedule with the 2 and 3 nights, 2 times with all the time in between and after. So take that into account. Not getting guys too tired in the preseason, I guess. But you only have 4 of them, so you want to see some things and then look at some lineups that we want to work on as well. So we'll go with normal rotations to start, get them a good run, but we also do want to see certain combinations with Reed and Steven and some of the new guys we have.
Do you kind of know what your rotation is at the start of the year?
Yeah, I would say going into it, we're going to keep it similar to last year as far as the starters. But these last 2 games, we do want to get a look at some guys together off the bench and even, depending on who we bring in with the starters initially and how those lineups gel. And so luckily we have some guys that have started quite a bit, and you got a guy like Ime who feel comfortable whether he comes in 1 through 4 and takes a lot of problems.
Ime, I know you're looking for chemistry at this point. After a couple of games, what area do you like the most that you're seeing out of your guys right now? Is there a specific area you're disappointed in and you want to see progress this week?
No, I'd say they're doing the things we asked. I think we haven't offensive rebound as well as we want to, and got hurt on the other end as far as that. But some of those go-to lineup things and guys that are sitting out quite a bit, and so take what you can from the games. But you're playing guys only half at times, and you're playing against only opponents guys for only half. So you see what you can as far as that. But regardless of who's in, we want to play a certain way, at a faster pace, rebound a little bit better, and then spacing and playing in less of a crowd. I'd say specifically the OKC game, we want to improve on that.
When you're trying to implement these new sets, you do it in practice against each other, but how hard is it to do it in these preseason type games without giving away your game plan? Because this is a team you have to play regularly.
Yeah, I would say you try to keep it vanilla as far as our schemes. I mean, the things we're going to work on regardless. And a lot of these games are really about us more so than the opponent. They'll present some things with how they defend specifically, but overall, we're going to work on the things we need to improve on and keep it vanilla on our end.
For the guys who missed a lot of time last season with injuries like Alpi and do you kind of give them different benchmarks as far as picking up concepts that you want to instill, like because they didn't actually get to execute it on the floor for some or something?
I wouldn't consider those two. Amen was early, but he finished strong and played a ton at the end, started quite a bit, and Alpi missed the last 18, but
Tari.
Yeah, Tari, a guy like that possibly, and just some new guys in general. But we don't skip steps. We start from the ground up and kind of try to reiterate those points and improve on certain things. And there's benefit to continuity of having us, guys here the second year and adding only a few new guys. So a lot of those concepts should be ingrained a little bit now, and not the first time you're seeing them.
Outside of Tari and Jock, is everybody else available tonight?
Yes.
With Amen playing so well last year at the forward position, and of course Reed being able to play backup point guard, will we see Amen play more forward this year than point guard?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think it depends on who they're out there with is a big part of it. But the benefit of Reed is he can play on and off ball, similar to the way Fred can. And so shooting ability, you like to move him around a little bit, but he can also attack out of pick and rolls. And as we saw in Summer League, he pretty much handled all throughout Summer League. And so I would say it's more the others that are out there on the court. If we're downsizing and Amen can play the 4, great. If we're upsizing and playing bigger, he can either run the 1 or the 2 or the 3.
Reed told me that player-only minicamp that Jalen had was really important for him to develop chemistry with the guys. How have you seen Reed kind of integrate himself into this team?
Yeah, it's been good. I think it's as all rookies go through these things. It's the first time getting around certain guys. You're playing Summer League with a few guys that you might be out there with, but for the most part, you really got around everybody for the first time in LA, and then getting together with guys throughout the month of September here was big for him as well. So it's good for him. It's funny to see the relationships that formed throughout training camp. Him and Steven kind of gravitated toward each other. I don't know if they've been 2 new guys, but it's an odd coupling pairing there that they're shooting together and doing all these things after practice. But I think he's really receptive to hearing from the vets, and Fred is obviously taking one his wing, but it seems like Steven has as well. So just getting on the same page, although Steven wasn't in LA, getting around these guys and building those relationships. He's obviously going to play a ton with certain players.
During camp, you spoke about shot quality, especially from 3-point range this season. Just through 2 preseason games, how have you felt about kind of the execution and generating those high-quality shots?
I think we did well in Utah, and like I said, that first half specifically, when everybody was playing, we were playing at a fast pace, getting to the corners. We want to generate certain shots, more open threes, obviously, but also more corner threes, where we were lower in the league last year. Not as good against OKC, like I said, our spacing and the fact that they really pack the paint and are very good with deflections. I think we played in the crowd too much and missed some open looks and one or two dribbles too many instead of getting off the ball. And so up and down a little bit, but want to improve in these last 2 games.
Alperen is shooting 15 to 16 from the free throw line this year. How much will improved defense and, of course, improved free throw shooting help him stay on the court later in close games?
Yeah, I don't know about. I never subbed him because of lack of free throw shooting for the most part. Has had ups and downs as far as that, but a lot of times you put your best defenders out there, and guys who got fouled at the end, we've made some and missed some, but if it's a one possession game, you have to just inbound the ball. Obviously, you're trying to get to certain guys, a higher percentage guys, but never really taken Alperen off due to free throws. Defensively, that's a different thing. Obviously, at times you want to be able to switch and have favorable matchups on that end, and so that will keep him on the floor as it does a lot of guys, but we're very specific with who we sub, and at the end of the game, specifically for offense and defense, and the better he is, the more he'll be out there.
You said that you kind of found a flaw in how he was shooting his free throws last year. Is that something that you guys saw, maybe during the year? And do you think maybe 15, 16 is not sustainable, but what number do you think that he could shoot from behind the line?
No, he has to improve in that area. A lot of guys do, honestly, but I think he had a good summer with some of our coaches over in Turkey, quite a bit. I think 6 weeks or so together, and so that work.